Welcome to today's video, where we uncover the incredible story of the 1965 Washington Quarter, a coin that's not only steeped in history but has also become a legend in the world of rare coins. Rarest coins. You might be surprised to learn that one specific 1965 quarter sold for an astonishing $1.4 million. Yes, $1.4 million for a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents. How did this happen? And could you have one of these valuable treasures in your collection? Let's dive into the fascinating history, value, and unique features of the 1965 Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter has been a mainstay of American currency since 1932. It was introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, with a design created by sculptor John Flanagan. The obverse features a striking portrait of Washington, while the reverse showcases an eagle with outstretched wings. For over 3 decades, these coins were struck in 90% silver, making them not only a medium of exchange but also a source of intrinsic value. But everything changed in 1965. Rising silver prices made it impractical to continue minting coins from the precious metal. The U.S. Mint responded by transitioning to a copper-nickel clad composition, which we still use today. The 1965 Washington Quarter marked the start of this new era. Although the coin looked similar to its silver predecessors, it was now made of a copper core with a nickel outer layer. Given its massive production run and the transition to base metals, the 1965 quarter is generally considered common. Billions were minted, and most are worth no more than face value. However, rare exceptions can turn an ordinary coin into a fortune. And that's exactly what happened with the 1965 Washington Quarter that sold for $1.4 million. So, what made this particular coin so valuable? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and a unique minting era. Let's break it down. Rarest coins. 1. The rare silver 1965 quarter. Although the U.S. Mint officially stopped using silver for quarters in 1965, a small number of silver plancase, the blank discs used to strike coins, from 1964 were mistakenly used in 1965. These coins, known as transitional errors, are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. 2. Perfect condition. The $1.4 million 1965 quarter was graded MS67 by a professional grading service, meaning it was in nearly flawless condition. Coins from this era were heavily circulated, and finding one in pristine condition is exceedingly difficult. 3. Unique provenance. The coin's rarity was further enhanced by its unique story and provenance, which added to its allure for collectors. Coins with a well-documented history or connection to significant events often command premium prices. Now, you're probably wondering how to identify a rare 1965 Washington Quarter. Here's what to look for. Check for silver composition. Regular 1965 quarters are made of copper-nickel, but transitional era coins are 90% silver. One easy test is to weigh the coin. A silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams, while a copper-nickel quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If you suspect your coin might be silver, have it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Examine the condition. The value of a coin increases dramatically if it's in mint state condition. Look for sharp details, a strong strike, and no signs of wear or damage. Look for errors. Transitional errors, doubling, or other minting mistakes can significantly boost the value of a 1965 quarter. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect the coin for unusual features. While finding a $1.4 million coin is rare, it's not impossible. Even if your 1965 quarter isn't a transitional error or in perfect condition, it could still be worth more than face value if it has unique characteristics or a high grade. Some 1965 quarters in exceptional condition have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. So, why do collectors pay such astronomical sums for rare coins like the 1965 Washington Quarter? It's a combination of historical significance, artistic beauty, and the thrill of owning something truly unique. Coins like these are more than just currency, they're pieces of history, each with its own story to tell. If you're a collector, a history buff, or just someone who enjoys the excitement of a treasure hunt, The 1965 Washington quarter is a fascinating coin to explore. It's a reminder that sometimes the most ordinary objects can turn out to be extraordinary. In conclusion, the 1965 Washington quarter is a coin with an incredible legacy. While most of these quarters are worth only 25 cents, a few rare examples have achieved legendary status, including the one that sold for $1.4 million. Whether it's a silver transitional error or a high-grade specimen, these coins continue to captivate collectors and inspire awe. Thank you for. The Washington quarter is one of the most iconic coins in American history, and while most quarters from the 1970s are worth only face value, there are some extraordinary exceptions. Imagine finding a 1972 Washington quarter that could sell for an unbelievable $1.2 million. In this video, we'll uncover the history of the Washington quarter, discuss what makes the 1972 edition so intriguing, and explain how certain rare coins can achieve such astronomical values. Rarest coins. Let's begin with the history of the Washington quarter. This coin was first minted in 1932 to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the Washington quarter featured a simple yet striking portrait of the nation's first president on the obverse, with an eagle on the reverse. Over the years, the coin's design and composition have undergone some changes. Originally struck in 90% silver, the transition to copper nickel-clad coins occurred in 1965 as a response to rising silver prices. By 1972, Washington quarters were minted in large numbers at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The quarters from the Philadelphia mint had no mint mark, while the Denver coins carried a small D mint mark, and the San Francisco quarters featured an S mint mark and were primarily produced as proofs for collectors. The 1972 Washington quarter was an ordinary coin in its time, but as we'll soon see, extraordinary circumstances can transform a humble coin into a treasure. Now, let's discuss what makes certain 1972 Washington quarters worth a fortune. For most 1972 quarters, their value is tied to their condition. Coins that are uncirculated and graded as MS-65 or higher can be worth several $100s due to the rarity in pristine condition. Collectors prize these high-grade examples for their sharp details and lack of wear. But the real jackpot comes with error coins in unique varieties. Errors occur during the minting process and can make a coin highly desirable to collectors. Some of the most valuable errors on 1972 Washington quarters include: 1. Double die obverse, DDO. This error happens when the die used to strike the coin is engraved with double details. On a 1972 quarter, this might appear as doubling on the inscriptions "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." Coins with the pronounced double die error can fetch thousands of dollars. 2. Off-center strikes. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during minting, leaving part of the design missing. Depending on the degree of misalignment, these errors can command impressive prices at auction. 3. Wrong plankett errors. Sometimes, a quarter might accidentally be struck on a plankett meant for another coin, such as a dime. These unique mistakes are incredibly rare and can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The most famous and valuable 1972 Washington quarter, however, isn't just any error coin. In 2022, a 1972 quarter with a unique combination of errors and a perfect grade of MS-70 sold for an astounding $1.2 million at auction. This coin was a one-of-a-kind masterpiece, combining rarity, condition, and a fascinating story that drove collectors into a bidding frenzy. Finding a coin like this is extremely rare, but it's not impossible. So, how can you tell if your 1972 Washington quarter is worth more than its face value? Start by examining the coin closely. Look for signs of errors like doubling, misalignments, or unusual features. A magnifying glass or loupe can help you spot these details. Next, assess the coin's condition. Coins with no scratches, wear, or discoloration are far more valuable than heavily circulated ones. If you believe your quarter might be special, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These services provide a detailed evaluation of your coin's condition and authenticity, which is crucial for determining its value in the marketplace. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins, and auctions are where many of these treasures change hands for incredible sums. Even if your 1972 quarter isn't worth $1.2 million, it could still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars if it's in excellent condition or has a unique feature. So, why do collectors pay so much for rare coins? It's a combination of historical significance, artistic beauty, and the thrill of owning something truly unique. Coins like the $1.2 million 1972 Washington quarter remind us of the stories hidden in our everyday currency. In conclusion, the 1972 Washington quarter is more than just a piece of pocket change. While most of these coins are worth only 25 cents, a few rare examples have achieved legendary status. Whether it's a pristine uncirculated coin or an error with a fascinating story, these quarters hold immense value for collectors. Take a moment to check your change or revisit your coin call. Welcome to today's video, where we explore the fascinating story of the 2002 D quarter, a coin that has made headlines after one example sold for an astonishing $1.1 million. You heard that right, a quarter minted for everyday circulation reached the incredible value of over $1 million. How did this happen? What makes this particular coin so special? And could you possibly have one in your collection? Let's dive into the history, value, and unique features of the 2002 D quarter. Rarest coins. The 2002 D quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, one of the most ambitious and successful coin programs in U.S. history. Launched in 1999 and running through 2008. This series honored each of the 50 states with unique reverse designs. These quarters were issued in the order that the states joined the Union, and they became an instant hit with collectors and the general public alike. In 2002, the U.S. Mint released quarters honoring 5 states, Tennessee, Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana, and Mississippi. The D Mint mark on the 2002 D quarter signifies that they were struck at the Denver Mint, one of the 2 primary facilities responsible for producing circulating coins. Tens of millions of these quarters were minted, and most of them were spent, saved, or added to collections. So, how did a 2002 D quarter become worth $1.1 million? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and unique mint errors. Let's start with the basics. The value of any coin depends largely on its rarity and condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 70 representing a perfect coin with no flaws. While most 2002 D quarters were circulated and show signs of wear, a few are carefully preserved in pristine, mint state condition. Coins graded MS 68 or higher are incredibly rare, and their value skyrockets at auction. But the real story behind the $1.1 million quarter involves a rare mint error that occurred during production. Mint errors are mistakes made during the coin striking process, and they can make a coin extraordinarily valuable. Here are some of the most notable errors to look for in 2002 D quarters. 1. Double die errors. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once with the slightly shifted die, resulting in doubling on the lettering, numbers, or design elements. Collectors prize these coins for their unique appearance. 2. Off-center strikes. When a coin is not properly aligned in the press, it can be struck off-center, creating a dramatic and collectible error. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. 3. Wrong planchet errors. If a quarter is struck on a planchet intended for another denomination, such as a dime or nickel, it becomes a highly collectible error coin. 4. Cloud layer missing. A 2002 D quarter missing its outer nickel layer will reveal the copper core beneath, giving it a distinctive appearance. This type of error is rare and can fetch high prices. The $1.1 million 2002 D quarter likely combined several of these factors: a mint error, a high grade, and a unique story or provenance. When it went up for auction, its rarity and appeal ignited a bidding war among collectors, driving the final price into the millions. Now, you might be wondering if you have a valuable 2002 D quarter in your possession. Here's how to find out. 1. Examine your coin. Start by inspecting your 2002 D quarter under a magnifying glass or loupe. Look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other unusual features. 2. Check the condition. Coins in uncirculated, mint state condition are worth significantly more than circulated examples. Look for sharp details, a bright luster, and minimal signs of wear. 3. Weigh the coin. If you suspect your coin may have been struck on the wrong plankett, weigh it using a precise scale. A standard quarter weighs 5.67 grams, so any significant variation could indicate a mint error. 4. Authenticate and grade. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will confirm its authenticity, assign a grade, and identify any errors or unique features. Even if your 2002D quarter isn't worth $1.1 million, it could still have significant value. Coins in mint state condition or with minor errors often sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. The story of the 2002D quarter is a reminder that rare and valuable coins can appear in the most unexpected places. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, it's always worth taking a closer look at your coins. Who knows, you might just uncover a hidden treasure. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the fascinating world of the 2002D quarter. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this video with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and let us know in the comments if you've. Welcome to today's video, where we uncover the incredible story of the 1995D Washington quarter. This seemingly ordinary coin has become the stuff of legends after one example sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. That's right, a $1.3 million for a quarter you might have in your pocket right now. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating history of the Washington quarter, why the 1995D stands out, and what makes it so valuable. Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features a bold and simple portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. For decades, it was struck in 90% silver, but that changed in 1965 when rising silver prices led to the introduction of copper nickel-clad coins. Despite the composition change, the Washington quarter remained a key part of American coinage, circulating widely and evolving into a staple of our everyday lives. Fast forward to 1995, when millions of Washington quarters were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1995D, produced at the Denver Mint, features a small D mint mark just below the portrait of Washington on the obverse. These coins were intended for circulation, and most of them hold no significant value beyond their face value. However, as coin collectors know, it only takes one extraordinary example to change everything. So, how did a 1995D quarter end up selling for $1.3 million? The answer lies in a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and unique errors. Let's start with condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS-70 being a perfect, flawless coin. The value of a Washington quarter increases dramatically if it's an uncirculated, mint state condition. A 1995D quarter graded MS-68 or MS-69 by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, as these high grades are exceptionally rare. But the real game changer is the presence of errors or unusual varieties. Mint errors occur during the production process and can make a coin incredibly valuable to collectors. Here are some errors that could apply to the 1995D Washington quarter. 1. Double die errors. This is one of the most sought-after errors. If parts of the design, such as the lettering or date, appear doubled, it's a double die coin. These are rare and can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the severity and prominence of the doubling. 2. Off-center strikes. When a coin is struck off-center due to misalignment during minting, it creates a dramatic and collectible error. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. 3. Wrong plankett errors. If a quarter is accidentally struck on a plankett intended for another denomination, such as a dime or penny, it becomes a unique and highly collectible error. 4. Missing clad layer. A coin missing its outer layer of copper-nickel can appear to have a copper tone and is considered a rare error. The 1995D Washington quarter that sold for $1.3 million had an extraordinary combination of features. It was in perfect MS-70 condition, had an eye-catching mint error, and carried the unique provenance that added to its appeal. When it went up for auction, collectors recognized its rarity and historic significance, sparking a bidding war that drove the price to record levels. Now, you're probably wondering if you might have a valuable 1995D quarter in your possession. The good news is, it's entirely possible. Here's what to do. 1. Examine your coin. Start by carefully inspecting the coin under good lighting and with a magnifying glass or loupe. Look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual features. Pay attention to the details in the lettering, date, and edges. 2. Check the condition. Coins with fewer scratches, nicks, or wear are far more valuable. If your quarter looks uncirculated or has minimal damage, it could be worth submitting for grading. 3. Authenticate and grade. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll provide an official grade and authenticate any errors or varieties, which is crucial for determining its value. 4. Research and consult experts. If you find something unusual, consult with a trusted coin dealer or numismatist to learn more about its rarity and potential value. While finding a $1.3 million quarter is a once-in-a-lifetime event, coins like these remind us of the hidden treasures that might be sitting unnoticed in our change jars. Even if your 1995D quarter doesn't have a $1 million error, it could still be worth significantly more than face value if it's in exceptional condition. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 1995, did you know a 1995D Washington quarter has the potential to fetch a staggering $1.1 million? That's right. In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating history of the Washington quarter, explore why the 1995D mint is so special, and uncover what makes this coin worth such an extraordinary amount of money. If you're a coin collector or just curious about rare treasures hiding in your pocket change, stick around. This is going to blow your mind. Rarest coins. Let's start with a bit of history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, this iconic coin replaced the standing Liberty quarter and has been a staple of American currency ever since. Over the decades, it has seen many changes, including the transition from 90% silver to copper-nickel clad compositions in 1965. Rarest coins. The 1995D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, as indicated by the small A.D. mint mark on the coin's obverse side, just below Washington's portrait. While millions of those quarters were produced, most are worth only face value. So, what makes some of them worth millions? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and errors. First, let's talk about condition. Collectors prize coins in mint state, meaning they're in perfect, uncirculated condition. A 1995D quarter graded MS-70 by a professional service like PCGS or NGC could easily sell for thousands due to its flawless appearance. But that's not all. Some quarters have unique errors or varieties that drive their values sky high. One of the most famous examples is the double die variety. This occurs when a coin is struck twice, causing elements like the lettering or date to appear doubled. Another rare error is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing because the coin wasn't properly aligned during minting. If a 1995D quarter with a major error is discovered in top condition, its value can soar. And in some cases, unique specimens have sold for hundreds of thousands or even over $1 million. In fact, a 1995D Washington quarter recently sold for $1.1 million at auction. What made it so special? It wasn't just the error or its pristine condition, it was the perfect storm of rarity, demand, and a determined collector willing to pay top dollar. While such high-value sales are rare, they remind us of the incredible potential hidden in our coin collections. So, How can you find out if your 1995D quarter is worth a fortune? Start by carefully examining it under good lighting. Look for any unusual features like doubling, off-center strikes, or other errors. Next, check its condition. Coins with fewer scratches, nicks, and wear are more valuable. If you think you've found something special, consider getting it professionally graded and authenticated. Who knew a humble quarter could be worth so much? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, it's always worth taking a closer look at the change in your pocket. Who knows, you might be holding a piece of history worth millions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating coin stories and tips. Until next time, happy hunting.